Hello again, Taurus. It's May 2015. Dadhichi here with your monthly forecast. Just a brief forecast. You can get more detail at my website, astrology.com.au. Nervousness could cause you to be very hasty this month. We see the moon and the north node in the 6th house. That can make you worried about your work, worried about what's likely to happen. So your brain is, generally the Taurian brain is concerned about security, but when the situation confronts them with the possibility that real change is going to take place, then that can really set off a whole lot of alarm bells. And so what I'd be saying to you first up is just take a deep breath. Let's just chill out here, get into the flow, and trust that everything is going to work out for you. You need to read, or rather listen to the intros that I've done for last month, for March and for this month, which talk about creative visualization and acting as if you have enough. I'm not sure why you're worried, because very soon after the month starts, we see Mercury, in fact on the first day of the month, moving into the finance sector of your horoscope. And that gives very, very quick turnover, but be careful too. Haste does make waste, and in your desire to solve these problems you may make hasty decisions, which is not at all like you, and that would be a knee-jerk reaction to some of these more harrowing circumstances perhaps in your working environment. Some of you will definitely be feeling the heat right now as far as your profession is concerned, what it is you can do to stabilize your future security and your income. But there are opportunities there, and Mercury is one such planet which is friendly to you, which indicates a speedy turnover, clever business ideas, clever money making ideas, and that's a good 3 or 4 weeks where you will have some opportunity there. Mind you, later in the month, around the 19th, just before or around the new moon, Mercury does go into its retrograde movement. So Mercury for you actually relates to the 5th house and also the 2nd house, which we've been talking about. 5th house is speculation, but it's also your children. So for some of you, particularly mothers out there, this could be a time of great pride in your children, opportunities. The retrogression of Mercury for you is generally considered a good thing. It strengthens those people who are regulated by that planet, namely your children, your lovers, etc., etc. But it still comes with the usual baggage you've probably heard of, which is that it may cause things to be delayed. You may have some problems in communication. There can be misunderstandings. You need a lot of clarity this month, and that's going to be one thing that helps you to overcome this sense of concern or worry, or for some of you at worst dread. Must never dread. So just keep the faith. We see there a bit of a counteractive measure with the sun moving into that 2nd house of finance on the 21st. That can elevate things considerably. I should say to you that the new moon takes place in the area of personal relationships this month. So a lot of things happening around that 19th, 21st. But the new moon there is actually good news for those of you who are in relationships with people that are a little bit stuck, people that aren't able to be flexible enough. This could show and also surprise you in that they may turn over a new leaf, may start to make a more sort of headway in their own personal development, and that can only be a good thing for you, because it means a much more cordial set of circumstances with the person that you're in relationship with. Mercury conjoins Mars in the 2nd house of finance on the 27th. So that too, Mercury, a good planet, Mars having to do with your business partners. That's a follow-up to that new moon and indicates opportunities financially for your partner, for your husband or spouse or your wife. And in terms of any business negotiations. We mentioned earlier the prospect of change in work, profession, etc. That can be a very fortuitous discussion, notwithstanding the fact that you're still going to be pretty strung out and stressed by having to do all this. You hate change, but at least these two planets coming together signify what we call a triangular house and an angular house. The rulers of the trine and angle houses, when they come together, usually produce good results. It's in the second house of finance, so I'm estimating and predicting that that could be good news for you eventually, because don't forget Mercury is still retrograde. When it goes forward in a few weeks, that good information comes to light associated with your earnings. And again, to the Sun conjunction Mercury on the 31st, again in the second house, it seems to be a foregone conclusion that most of the energy is directed this month to that finance area, getting your financial house in order and maybe looking at alternative means of work. Hope that's helped. Hope you'll be here again next month, same time, same station. Don't forget astrology.com.au for your more detailed needs, both on the monthly and daily and yearly readings. We've got them there in text form, not just in this video form. Lots of free psychic readings in the Oracle section, and personal readings if you wish, with people like myself and many, many other practitioners who are here to help you through the maze called life. Thanks, take care, bye-bye.